the MVP of the game. And he wears his heart on his sleeve. I have a sort of like a very antagonistic relationship with him. Like, I coach him harder than I coach anybody. And I'm just so proud of like him coming out of left field and, you know, being in the NBA, now staying in the NBA, and now playing in the NBA. He played today. And I thought that his spirit, you know, apart from the other stuff, his spirit was awesome. And I thought he was the most valuable player today.
Right, obviously, Joel was a game-time decision. Is there a tangible checklist he had to go through in order to get to that status to play today?
I mean, the checklist, even with JJ tonight, you know, we learned JJ late as well. There's always like a lead-up that really doesn't get stamped off on until I meet the team at 35. You know, 2 games ago in Toronto, it was delivered at 35. You know, 45 seconds on the clock before I speak to the team at 35 minutes. And so there is a checklist, but really the final decision is only kind of determined after he does his warm-ups. And he gives us, you know, thumb up, thumb down. He cares. He doesn't want to hurt the team. And that's the process of which we go through.
Can you share any of those parts of the checklist at all?
It's all the normal stuff that you would expect. You know, there's physiotherapists involved. Joel has a significant say in all this. There are doctors. There are people that, you know, are looking at sort of preloading stuff that has gone on and patterns and trends. It's all the stuff that you know we would do and should do when responsibly you're trying to preserve, you know, one of our crown jewels. And it's extensive and thoughtful, and it needs to be, because he's very much in his infant stages of growing into playing again. I've shared with everybody many times, he doesn't practice. And so his real-time evolution is what you just saw. And at times, you know, it gets a little bit fast in real time, and the turnovers type things happen. But the checklist is very extensive.
Brett, can you give an assessment of the defense tonight?
I thought our defense won us the game. I mean, you go home and you get nervous twitches because of the turnovers at the last, you know, 3 or 4 minutes. We were great. We had 10 turnovers before sort of the last, I don't know, 4 minutes, 3.5 minutes. But our defense was the thing really that enabled us to win. I thought we had a big 5-second count on a side out of bounds play that got us the ball back. I thought the defensive job that we did on Kristaps was excellent. You know, he's such a talent. I give credit to Enes Kanter. We didn't have many answers for him. But in general, when you win the boards, you know, you hold them to 40% from the floor, 28 from the three-point line, and you end up, like I say, winning the rebounding side of the stat sheet in this building. I got to give credit to the defense.
Any update on Covington?
He'll be fine. Yeah, he will be fine. He closed out, I think it was Courtney Lee. Courtney extended one of his legs when he was shooting, and sort of, you know, quickly, not severely at all, hyperextended one of Roberts', I think it was his left knee, but he tells me that he's fine.
What did make Kanter so tough to defend tonight?
He just is relentless. He's a man. Like, he is as committed an offensive rebounder and committed a roller and just plays with a tenacity that, you know, he's elite. He's amongst the all-time, he's amongst this NBA's crops. People that go into a scouting report and say, hey, you don't watch out, you better, you know, like Steven Adams. Like those type of mentalities, forget their size, forget their skill package. His mentality is beyond impressive to me. He is relentless.
Why do you think that Ben had such a quiet night tonight?
I thought he actually did a good job of like pushing the pace and finding some things early. You know, maybe on the stat sheet you're going to look down and it's not going to be littered with stats like it normally is with him. I thought defensively he came up with some big possessions. I thought our touch distant defense, trying to, you know, make them turn a little bit and pressure some things where their offense was slowed up a little bit, he had a significant part of with his 6'10" size and 7+ whatever wingspan. Don't get tricked by the stat sheets. I hear what you say, but it was deeper than that.
How do you address your team given how they responded tonight, Coach?
I mean, I thought we executed some good stuff on side out of bounds. Joe had that big 3 at the end. You know, I think it's like a 6-point game, whatever, a few seconds on a shot clock. I feel like we did a pretty good job of executing some things down the stretch well and to lead up. The blatant ones, the turnovers are the ones that we all, you know, most think about. But there was some good offensive execution that we can grow from. I feel like the defense was the thing that won us the game, and I think that TJ coming in and just giving us that injection sort of is most on my mind after the win.